So back after a long stop to resolve some issues, and back with one of the men of the GTs, well, the man on the GTs, Daniel Faber, with a 3-wide Motorsport GT car, still leading the race after 24 hours race. He dominated this thing. Ricardo Corazzoli managed to try and make something on the first hours of the race, but then 3-wide Motorsport just take over and dominated the race. As for LMP2s, this man is leading this team. The engineering racing is just trashing the opponents. Felipe Gonçalves has entered on the Project XTR car. Torazzi doing his job and slowing down. I was looking for the car with that Ricardo Ferreira. Ricardo Ferreira entered the car and is gonna get out in about 10 minutes time, because he has a problem on the steering wheel, on his actual steering wheel, and cannot drive well. He's losing time as well, so that's due to the problem with the steering wheel. Now he's gonna change to Marko Kozovic, the F1 driver that we've been talking about. He's just done F1, Ricardo as well, so. And Ben Willis is asking if the price is 1 key per team or 1 key per driver in the team. I have to ask. So Ben, it's 1 per team. It's 1 license per team, and Ricardo Ferreira goes to the pits. Time to change for Mr. Marko Kocevic. And they're gonna change. Good looking Peugeot, by the way. Very good looking Peugeot. It continues to be my favorite prototype ever. And not because it's a Peugeot. It's just kind of beautiful car. Looks like a spaceship or something. Ricardo Ferreira trying to change drivers. Not changing drivers. 50 seconds to change driver. Marko Kozovic is in, and away goes Marko Kozovic, the Formula 1 driver. Ricardo is as well, and Carsten Willem is right behind him, bringing with him Felipe Gonçalves as well, I think. Yep. 3 top drivers all together. If you wanted action in this race, this was the guy that would give you action. Marko Kozovic, even though Marko Kozovic is not very used to these cars, but still he's fast. Carsten Willem and Felipe Gonçalves. Felipe Gonçalves is very used to these cars. Custom only drives this kind of car, so it is master of the Peugeot. diving in into PlayStation chicane, and away goes. There you go. Thank you very much, says Custom. And the car from All Brothers Racing is disappearing and appearing, so lag issues there for the American team. Normal if you are quite far away from Europe. European teams have very low ping. American and Australian teams have not that low ping, and imagine Argentinian and Brazilian teams. Traffic jam there in front of Castro, and Philip Gonçalves is now trying to get himself unlapped from the man in front, which is Mark Kozovic for Lusitania. Just to say that Mark has one lap less than Flip, so that's not even a battle for position. Flip though is fighting with Karsten on this session, at least, because they are on the same lap. And the leader of this session, if you're watching the live timing, is Jer Racing. So the petrol car is going really okay. Karsten obviously pitted, changed driver to Karsten, and teammates there passing each other. GT versus the LMP1 car. Not a fair fight, I tell you that in advance. If they had an LMP2, well, it was going sideways there. If they had an LMP2 car and it was between those three, it was a good formation of three-wide motorsport. One hour and 34 minutes to go. 1 hour and a half in plain English time. We're watching the, I think, still the leader of the race. Don't know about the laps that we did. This doesn't help. Oh, someone crashed there. Big crash on Arnage. Some of the LMP2 car. With LMP2, I think it was the Argentinian team. Yeah, no, the Brazilian team. It was Club AV. Yep. Going wide and bang. That's what happens. Go wide and Arnage will take you out. Going, not even making the PlayStation chicane. He's gonna leap into the pits. Rogers, meanwhile, has to defend from a not less Argentinian team. And even though Marcelo Holden is 1 lap down, he's gonna try to unlap himself from Rogers, and he manages. There you go. Now he's got one full lap to do and then get back to the trumpet of Rogers and try to pass him for position. Oh, Rogers says Yeah. Now take this on the next chicane, the Michelin chicane. We'll see. No, too far away. And he brakes too early, because to crash into a LMP2 it's not very good. Someone there lighting up the tires. I think it was Bazet, and it was ish. Depends. Holden losing a bit of ground there by the Porsche. Is gonna be lapped again to side by side on the jump, going to inside to the Mulsend corner. Brakes, great. Oh, looking up there. No drama whatsoever after that. Can tell you that in the Jota car in the real world will be Harry Tinkelnell. I think it's how it's pronounced. This is a really hard English name to say. Tinkelnell. Ah, there you go. Got it. Tinkelnell. I will start with the Zytek from Jota on the 4 hours of Imola. So back with live after watching a couple of comments on Facebook done yesterday about the restart. It was a kind of stressful thing to do. Sabakis passing by Malek. Malek that went to the pits just to put that front wing and change tires, pretty sure of that. Shane Burke, if it's Shane Burke driving, I think it is. Oh, Sabakis almost kissing the Arnage wall. Shane Burke has Bertrand Droupa behind, and that's gonna work, and it did. It looked like Spa 2001, I think, or was 2000, can't remember, when Mika Hakkinen overtook Michael Schumacher doing exactly that thing. Still today, one of the best overtakes in F1. Sabakis on the traffic jam of GTs. Hojek managed to run away. James Johnson from Drag Racing having a good race-ish. Led a couple of laps on the beginning, but now he is P2 on the LMP2s. these guys will receive one game stock license, which is good for their second place on today's race. Third position will receive as well a game stock car license. The first position though will receive a X Factor 2 license. So someone in that team will have a X Factor 2 license for free on the LMP2 winner, and as well for the LMP1s and the LMGTs will have the same prices. So someone from the team will be very happy at the end of this race with a free license for one game stock or X Factor 2. So, been talking about continuing with the project. We'll see. Next year, you guys will have some news, literally. We'll see if the project of the 24-hour Le Mans will continue. Even though we tried to innovate and put the new track in, apparently the new track had some issues and sent the server to crash in quite often, so we didn't find that viable to put in. So we used the old one, which works fine, and it looks like Le Mans one way or the other. Obviously the mod is the old one, it still works fine with the track, and is one hell of a good mod to play. Obviously we wanted to innovate again, didn't work. We always try to innovate one way or the other, but it doesn't work. I received a message as well from one guy inside the XtremeRPM, one guy, you know who it is, saying that the Asian Support Championship won't be with this mod, apparently would be with another mod, and races will be shorter and so on and so on. I'm guessing that he's going to put only GT cars on the grid, which is good. Close racing. One hour and 23 minutes ago, and it's time to me to do a pit stop also. In other words, bathroom. So back, really quick pit stop. By the way, Stefan Moreau still leading the LMP2 and will continue to lead until the end of the race. Well, it seems, obviously. Some chassis torsion there. You could see the back wheel not spinning at the same speed as the other. Why is he braking? Alright. It was braking on a straight line, which is not good. Or it's just lighting up the lights, which can happen. Still, a lot of race to go. Someone is talking with me on TeamSpeak. Petrogum. Shh. Hello?
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm fine now. How are things going?
Good. You sound like you need sleep.
No, actually, I slept well because I thought that we had stopped the car completely because we had a no-show. Guy didn't turn up to do his late night stint. Me and Ricardo were very tired. So now when I got home, I saw that we were still going, and I got a huge surprise, a very big shock.
So not very good then.
Yeah, it was a shame because we were in second place. Now I think we are in sixth or something like that because our car was stopped for 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So not very good for the Project XTR car.
Yeah.
You obviously didn't saw the race going on. Me neither. I should have waken up at 6 and for some reason the cell phone didn't ring, so bad. My mom wake me up at 9, which was lucky because if she didn't I would probably be asleep. But you know, it's one of those things. The race, the cameras continued to roll, which was good. Nobody commentated since 3 AM until 10 almost. So not very good.
Yeah.
We have to find more commentators because one is it's not enough.
Yeah, I saw that the camera was fixed on the main straight on the finish line.
Yeah.
I was coming to try and do a bit of commentating, but it's just not possible. So
well, if you want to do commentate, you need a couple of you need one program to do it, and most of the guys don't have that program because that's obviously just for those commentaries on a regular basis. So if you don't do regular basis commentaries, you don't have that program, and you basically what you watch on the stream is like 5 seconds delayed, something like that, and we want obviously to watch live as it happens without delay when you're commentating. So if you don't have that program, it's almost impossible to commentate.
Yeah. So how is the race going overall?
Yeah, it's going good. Apart from a restart that we had to do because of a massive CTD that 20 drivers had suffered, but apart from that, it's going okay. Obviously, Custom Film 3 Wide Motorsport P1 is leading. Are leading. On the P1s, P2 is still the same with Stefan leading with E-Engineering Racing with 2 laps for second position, but P2 we knew it's always going to be like that. Then it's GTs. GTs have had a closer fight at night, 2 a.m. In the morning. The top three guys were separated by Brian Holder disappearing. It's never a good sight. The three.
I had that yesterday racing. When I was overtaking him, he was having this connection problems.
Yeah, he's American, so the connection with American soil is a bit wonky. Everyone knows that. But I was explaining that the top three guys. So Riccardo Corazzari, I think was who was the guy on Stefan Prat? There you go, remembered. And Daniel from Three White Motorsport, separated by 3 seconds, I think, and three cars at 2 a.m. separated by 3 seconds, and then everything went bad because of a LMP2 parked on the side of the road where it shouldn't be, and destroyed all 3 cars basically.
Oh, very bad.
Yeah. And now is oh, traffic jam there in front of Carsten Willem. Literally, 2 LMP2 was 1 GT. GT came out of the way quickly. Apparently, there's the TM going on. Yeah, at the end. And for us Portuguese, it seems that Daniel Felix da Costa didn't went too well, making a mistake.
Again?
Yeah.
He classified in 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, 4th. Climbed to 3rd due to disqualification and then making a mistake. Not very good. And if you were hearing my brother in the background, just forget about it. I tried, but
so in P1, what is the in the classes? What is do you know who is the top 5, or is that going to be updated after the race?
It's going to be updated after the race. I know the P1 is Carsten Willem. That's it's in the image now, but from 2nd to downwards, I don't know, because I didn't see the positions that they were before the CTD. So
because you were asleep.
No, I was already awake. The CTD happened on with me live on the broadcast already.
Okay, so it was crashes everywhere, I imagine.
Yeah, that was a massive CTD because someone entered the server with a file that he shouldn't, and everyone, 20 drivers went CTD, just went bah.
Well,
Plus the computer of XtremeRPM as well. So.
Oh, that's when the I see.
Yeah. Daniel Felix da Costa on the DTM is 8th. First is Green, Tambai is 2nd, Spengler is 3rd, Tomschick is 4th, Scheider is 5th. So that's the top 5 on the DTM, if you want to know. And it's raining like hell as well. Ricardo just said that, which is good, which means the drivers, if that makes any sense, the drivers that go well on the wet, I know I'll go. I would go, but the drivers that go well on wet have easy job to do. Really big skid there for Carsten Willem on Indianapolis. Circling around the cars. This is Stefan Moreau, the leader of LMP2. being chased down by Co and Garrett, which is apparently second. Oh, they touched. Contact. Yeah, Stefan didn't give them that much of a space, and Cohen decided to pass one way or the other.
Yeah. That's how you race on PlayStation.
Yep. Trying to see where I have a problem. Jan Prusa meanwhile is trying to get himself up one position. He's trying to chase down Dominic Civicki, the LMP2 driver from IRG World Racing, and Team RGPL HDI is Jan Prusa. 908, you could see the LMP2 there. There you go. In front of a GT Porsche. Lucas Vidra there on the Porsche. I'll have to come out over the way. Guess the Peugeot is coming. The speed difference is abysmal, as you can see. Just Pedro,
Yes.
for you as a driver, do you guys get excited when your difference for the guy in front is less than 3 seconds?
Yeah, obviously it starts to become a sort of a hunt, and also when we have someone 3 seconds behind, as you feel like you're being hunted. So those times when you feel like you have to push harder, it's times when it's more likely to make mistakes, but it's by far when it's more exciting. More experienced guys will deal with this a lot better. Guys with less experience will start making mistakes, for example, maybe trying to go too fast. But yeah, this is the most exciting part. It's racing, close racing. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I never raced in endurance, but I would expect to be excited when I saw the car I'm fighting with right in front of me, and be worried about. And Savicki losing a position for Prusa there on Dunlop chicane. As I was saying, to be excited when the guy was in front in 3 seconds, within 3 seconds, and be worried when the guy behind is 3 seconds closer.
Yeah, it's not very normal. It normally only happens after a pit stop, or after a mistake, or after a race start or restart, because then everybody just sort of gets into their own rhythm and strategy, and then everyone starts doing its own race, pretty much. Some guys always go flat out, and then just crash. That happened. We saw a lot of that in the on the hot laps, on the live timing. We saw guys that had brilliant, very fast laps, but they were even LMP1s were way down in the classification, below many LMP2s. Well, basically because they attack this like every lap like a qualifying lap, and they just try to go as fast as possible all the time, and it's impossible to keep those levels of concentration for many hours. You just can't do it. I mean, if you could, you should be a real driver. Actually, some of the guys I believe that can do that, they are very little, and that shows just how rare of a talent it is to be a top driver. I mean, we see the very wide motorsport, they are all extremely strong. I don't believe they make many mistakes. They do consistent, extremely fast laps. We have Nuno Pinto that is obviously a talented racer, and also Ricardo Azevedo. I mean, I think this is from my perspective, from the guys that were driving around the P1s on the top 3 places. So these are the guys that really stand out, because they can explore the limits of the car consistently. So they are always their best laps. You'll see their best laps are something like 5 or 6 seconds better than anyone else. So there you have the proof that even a guy that has talent for sim racing, maybe these guys would do good on a real car. I mean, I really have very little doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to be said that talent isn't everything, and you need to test, and you need to train, and you need to give time to this. Obviously, Nuno Pinto isn't Nuno Pinto if he doesn't train, that's for sure. The talent is there, obviously, but if he doesn't train, you won't get anything, and that's for everyone. If the talent is there, if you can drive the car fast on a few simulator, you have to train and engage some time to it, otherwise you won't be fast as these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't expect to start racing tomorrow and start racing today and tomorrow be the fastest guy in the world, because you won't.
Yeah, exactly. You really won't. Besides the part of the driving, there's the whole part of the setup. And the two need to work perfectly combined to make good laps, to make good racing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been driving in R Factor for 5 years, and I'm a mess to do setups. I cannot do setups on R Factor, and I have Richard Burns I can, but that's rally setups and don't work on a racing car, as you might imagine. But then again, it takes time to learn everything, and plus I don't drive on F Factor that often, so I don't have the time or the focus to try and understand setups on F Factor the way I did for Richard Burns, which from time to time I did quite good setups. And even though Richard Burns is a rally simulator, and you think, oh yeah, I need to do a setup for each stage, and teammates there locking it up, and you think, yeah, I need to do setups for each stage. Well, you don't. From time to time you just need a asphalt setup or the gravel setup, and pretty much you will work on every single stage. And really, here in racing, you need a setup for qualify, you need a setup for racing, you need a setup for every single session you do. And if you don't understand setups, then you pretty much you bog down. You won't be fast.
Well, we obviously also all those Senna documentaries. and we saw Mika Hakkinen and other guys saying that where Senna made a difference was on the little details, because he spent hours and hours analyzing everything, making sure that the car, that he could take everything out of the car.
Yeah.
And same racing is no different. The guys that make these games try to make them as close to possible as real life. That's why, for example, I saw today, I think it was on Alvaro Parent's Facebook page or Twitter, a picture of him next to a simulator that every driver needs to drive in that specific simulator, and if they don't do a specific time, and they have to do a lot of testing because of marshal areas, etc. So basically the Le Mans organization uses a simulator to approve a driver to go racing at Le Mans. So imagine you can be, I believe so, a very good driver, but if you don't go there and you don't do well on that simulator in front of them, you won't be able to race in Le Mans. You need to, that's part of the process to be authorized to race in Le Mans. So this is just, my point is just that sim racing is getting really close to real racing.
Yeah, exactly. And I just received a message from 3 Wide Motorsport. If you want to go and check Facebook from 3 Wide Motorsport, just go to Facebook/3 Wide Motorsport, and you will find the 3 Wide Motorsport Facebook, and they have all the information about 3 Wide Motorsport and all the cars that they have been racing. And I can tell you, just looking at it, it's a big lineup of cars. But yeah, continuing you talked having about, and we are looking at Project XTR Felipe Gonçalves coming out of the pits after a scheduled pit stop. Yeah, you need to, even in reality nowadays, you need to test a lot on simulator, and some drivers don't get along well, even professional drivers don't. And that might be a problem for them, because the younger ones, they grow up on this world, they know from front to back and back to front the simulator, and the old ones that are used to pro race simulation, they're on the gravel on Arnage, on Tetra Rouge, sorry. As I was saying, the old drivers that are used to not having simulators and driving for just feel and the butt.
I think someone is getting murdered in your house. Sorry, I just thought.
No, that's my sister being stupid with my mom.
Okay.
And they both talk loudly because they are Portuguese, so they talk loudly. But when they start screaming at each other, it's just. I try to shut my door, but even though with the door shut, you can hear them, and you can hear my brother here in the background.
Commentator booth.
Yeah, and my brother here on the background as well, talking about Counter-Strike Go. Never seen anyone spending 11 euros to get mad at the game. Never seen, but they do. They spend 11 euros to get mad at each other and try to kill each other. On reality, not on the game. Never seen, but CS managed to do that. Great game. If you know what I mean.
Anyway.
Yeah. Back to the racing. Felipe Gonçalves from Project XTR with a Peugeot. He is at the moment 5th overall, if the laps are correctly added, obviously.
That's not bad. So we would have 3 riders in front. So I'd imagine that 51 Racing and Lusitanium are in front of Project XTR.
Yeah.
And who's
the 4th is the LMP2 car.
Oh, there we have an LMP2 car in front.
Yeah. The leader of LMP2s have been racing consistently in front of LMP1 cars for the entire race, and they didn't have problems, so I'm guessing that they are in front of you guys and pretty much all of them.
E-racing propulsion?
Yep.
Well done, really well done. Do we have a chance to catch them overall, or are they many laps ahead?
Oh,
E-racing propulsion.
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's one of those things. With that restart, losing all the information about the laps, then you lose all the.
Yeah, you lost all the information. Yeah, but really well done for them. It was just, well, we won't be changing our overall, not the overall, but the class position. But well, it could add some interest if we could hunt down them on track. But I doubt it, since we were at least 45 minutes with the car stopped. We had mechanical issues, so the car was parked in the garage. So Felipe Gonçalves should take the car close to the end and then, well, do as best as he can. Maybe we'll even save a little surprise to the end and say more than that.
That was a scary spin there for Guanim.
There's a car coming. Oh, that was lucky.
He was quite lucky on that one.
Come on.
There you go. Just checking if it was live. It is. So Firikan, no, great name, from Rush Motorsport. Not having a easy race, you could say that. Rush Motorsport GT not having a race. You can see by the state of the car, it's having a pretty good, hard life on this race. Osvaldo Cocauza meanwhile entered the car and has Vitor Pazet his first target, and he does pass. James Wilson maintains in the Jamaica boys Ferrari for the Porsche of Sikorsky of
The car looks great, the Martini livery with the car in black.
yeah, from SRW Kuba Sikorsky. Still going strong. Great livery car, that's for sure. Stefan Prat is at the moment second of GTs, with a bit of damage there on the right hand side, on front obviously. So good race for the for the French driver from Spirit Endurance Ghent Lady. So I have another message from the man in from Ace Racing. Is today cooperating with XtremeRPM Motorsport. The meaning they have drivers racing with XtremeRPM Motorsport from Ace Racing, and they are an endurance team as well. Very good looking Epsilon Scotty, by the way. Just go to Facebook, Epsilon Ace Racing, Ace/Racing, and you will see them on Facebook. So Van Pro, so the Porsche. This is the man that is leading the race on GTs, Daniel Faba from 3 Wild Motorsport, just driving the Ferrari to the end with a win, basically. Nothing more to say about Daniel Faba. Just very good overall driver, and leading the race since not the first minute, but since 3 hours, since the third hour of the race. So that's 21 hours leading the race.
In the standings, the Lusitanian team appears only in 9th overall. Did they have some incidents?
Maybe.
Because the leader, they are 2 laps down. Since the restart, they are 2 laps down on their racing.
Yeah, might have some problems, yeah.
28 cars still going, it's not really bad. Ricardo from Lusitanian is telling me that they had 2 punctures. So they were the unluckiest team, and yeah, that it shows on the classification. I'm guessing by the number. Hang on, the system is restarting. In Lusitania had the same problem that we had twice, and also we had this problem twice. When we were coming into the pits, to our stop, there was a car in our pit space, so they had to wait about 50 seconds for the other car to finish their stop.
Yeah, he told me about that.
So but Ricardo is saying they also had that. So they had 2 punctures and 2 stolen garages. Let's say that. He's lucky this is not GTA, and he's gone out of the car and broken just about everything. I believe him.
Ricardo talks too much, so time to time. Anyway, moving on to the race. We have 46 minutes to go and 20 something seconds, but you know, it's one of those things. 46 seconds. Do you believe that I've passed that much of a time? 24 hours almost passed.
For me, no, I slept well. It was really quick.
Too. I slept too much.
Yeah, but it was. This was my first, well, experience that was this long. It's really good. It's a really good exercise, but it also depends on your ability to stay awake during the later hours. Me after 4 AM or something.
Well, so yeah, depending on the drivers, obviously, because drivers have to stand up and be awake. Commentators, by the way, they if you would commentate a real race, you would be up all night, and I can stay all night up. But I decided not to because yesterday I was tired like crap. I don't know what happened, because I didn't do anything during the day. I was just saving myself for the race, and I got to 2 AM and started to feel really tired. I don't know why, so I had to go to sleep. I was gonna try to wake up at 6 and try to make the broadcast from there on full to now, but my cell phone didn't ring. Well, it died basically. The battery died, and I was waking up for my mom going to the bathroom, which was good. Otherwise, I would be still sleeping, which wasn't gonna be good, was it?
Again, judging by the number of pits, I believe a lot of cars had to press the S key. At least from the guys that are in front. The guys that are overall first place might have not have to press S key yet because they have 3 pits, but 3 wide, XTR, and also the leader of the LMP2s, also all of them only have 1 pit stop, so I'm guessing they had to press S to return. So again, even after the race is complete, the guys, all the staff, will have to do a lot of work. So we can have a final classification.
Oh yeah, don't forget, after the race we're still gonna work. I'm gonna work still.
Yeah.
I have to...
I'm just imagining the load of work of racing incidents to analyze.
Oh yeah, the racing incidents are the worst, because obviously we have to go into XtremeRPM marshalling, but the provisional results will come out hopefully within 1 hour after the end of the race. Obviously the final results will come when all the extreme marshals decide themselves into the disputes and small crashes and whatever. Some crashes are really easy to identify. The others that could take long.
Yes, some can go either way. Or be deemed there as a race incident. Just like that.
Me being a rally driver, I shouldn't be looking at crashes. I don't look at crashes. I'm not an extreme marshal, because as rally drivers we have a very peculiar way of crashing. If you see a wall in front of you, just throttle in. Throttle in, full max, and obviously try to get yourself out of there, but usually it's throttle and the max. These guys are brake, we are throttle, which if you do that on these cars you're gonna destroy the car. Rally cars, from time to time you get away with it, but that's the way it is. Just to say that Thursday, I think it is, I'm completely messing the days up, so sorry about that. Thursday, Tuesday, crap, it's Tuesday, it's 2 days from now. The Clio Cup will be on, so I'm not sure if we're gonna have broadcast, we'll see. I will be working, so will be a problem for me to do broadcasts during the week, but someone will take the point, that's for sure. You are going on board with 3 at Motorsport, by the way, with a pleasure.
And they just might have had a crash and had to repair the cars, because on the Peugeot, when you lose the hood of the car, you also lose, on top of the wheels there's a small grid, and when the front of the car is repaired you lose that grid, so they are not showing that grid, it's all black, so they might have had a crash and might have had to repair the car. And it's easy, if you have a big crash here, that's why so many people are pressing escape. If you have a big crash, it's easy to do something like 5 seconds per lap here, which is almost an eternity. I think last night when I was watching the times, I think that happened to Ricardo Ferreira, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that he had a really slow lap, then we saw him coming into the pits, and then for about the two or 3 laps after that, he was something like 5 to 7 seconds slower, so a damaged car here makes a lot of difference. For one, it's really easy to lose about 15 kilometers on the straights, which is something that is very, very considerable and costs a lot of time, and other, of course, it's that it affects the balance of the car.
Yeah, I mean, dirty air on these cars is problematic, you know that. Without a wing or without those front bumpers and bonnets, these cars are pretty much, instead of being a speed machine, are a trap wind machine, basically, because they don't have aerodynamics to rely on, and they need those aerodynamic noses to go fast and go at 335 kph. I think that's the maximum speed that one LMP1 car can reach at this track. Talking on that, Pedro, you've driven a LMP1. How fast can these things go around Mulsanne Straight?
Without boost, we were doing 336. I believe we were on the straights we were one of the faster cars, because a lot of times I saw the faster guys they were stuck behind me on the corners, and then when we get to the straights they just could not pass me, so I believe we were probably using one of the lower forces on the track. So we were doing without any boost, we were doing 336 on the straights. The maximum I believe I recorded was 341. I think it was slipstreaming, because I wasn't using boosts. In the rest we
and
were
with boost
for long stints.
And with boost, you don't know?
No, actually, we did that in practice, but I can't remember. but it shouldn't be far off 341, I think. Might be more. I really can't remember anymore. I didn't practice that much, unfortunately. That's why as the race went on, I was getting a bit faster. I was also never very fast, but I ended up with 24s, which for me was decent, although I could see very well that I could be gaining time, a lot of time, especially under braking. And you can see, for example, the best guys here are doing something like 320, so I was way off pace. Like I said, it's not for everyone. It's the guys that know how to set up a car, that know how to drive a car, and they know how to brake, they know how to corner, they know how to come out of a corner. It's not easy. But yeah, again, actually I'd like to know how much the other teams were doing out of top speed, just for curiosity. But I could see clearly that they were using more downforce than us, because they could do some corners basically flat out, like the beginning of the third sector. The first fast right corner that has a bump. Some guys just could put it in fifth and go flat out. We had to pull down to fourth. We would reduce to fifth and pull down to fourth just for a little bit, just to hold the car from going into the gravel. So it's something that probably should be something that we should have maybe tested a little bit more, different aero levels, and to see what was better. Because, for example, like I said, the 3 wide on the straights, they could not catch us, so almost for sure either they had damage or they had more downforce, but I'm betting on more downforce than us.
So yeah, you know, basically what you said, and summing it all up, is you need to get a setup that is okay-ish on the straights and okay on the corners.
Yeah, obviously with these corners, Le Mans is a low downforce track, obviously, but maybe if you tweak the wings just a little bit, just give it a little bit downforce, so that you can, for example, we are with Wilhelm here, so he's coming up to the corner that I was talking about, so he's going to have a left turn here that is just not problem. It's like a straight, and then it's the next one. This is one of the trickiest corners to those that don't know the track very well, like I do here. This is really tricky to do it well, and as you can see, he's doing it almost flat out. I could not do that. Ricardo might be able to do that because he's a extraordinary driver, but I really didn't. You saw him fly by. In that time, you would have.
Hey, somebody there spinning on the Porsche, but yeah, continue.
Okay, yeah, that also happened to me. That's not very pleasant. It leaves you a little bit red-faced. So you have to reduce, and the trajectory of that curve, it's really thin. That you don't have a lot of room to maneuver to compensate if you don't get it just right. And they, as you saw it, they almost can do it for that. They put one down to fifth and then they just go.
James Johnson right on top of Philippe Gonçalves. James Johnson is obviously from LMP2 and Philippe Gonçalves from LMP1, and you can see the speed difference there on the exit from the Ford chicane. Do you think the speed difference between LMP1s and LMGTs is a big factor? because GTs do 280 kph thereabouts. You guys do 341, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's? I mean,
no, 330.
Yeah, I know, but on the max, we're gonna point to the max 345, and the GTs do 375 thereabouts. The max 380, 280. Sorry. Do you think that's a big issue when you're driving at night on this big straight?
No, actually that's not such a big issue. The biggest issue is on the corners, because on the fast corners the GTs don't have a lot of downforce and the prototypes have a lot of downforce. So the on the fast corners the prototypes are going really fast, while the GTs are just balancing their cars. And then there's another big problem, like in Daytona, the corner Daytona in this track. On the very slowest of corners.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis. It's an oval and it's in the United States. Everyone got it. So the GTs there can actually be faster than the prototypes. We can see that actually in a real WEC. So on the slowest of corners the GTs can actually carry more traction through the slow corners, so that also creates a problem. So for example, if a P1 overtakes a GT and then has to brake really hard in front of the GT, well, first of all, the GT doesn't have the capacity to lose speed as fast, and then the GT could be going faster through that corner, so it can generate a dangerous situation. So to answer your question, in the straight lines is not much of a problem, but on the third sector it is a big problem.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're wondering why Marco is going so slow, he's in fuel conservation mode, so he's not going anywhere. This is what he's very good at. F1 drivers are very good at fuel conservation modes, so Marco is trying to conserve the maximum amount of fuel till the end, so it doesn't have to stop anymore. And we are on the last 30 minutes of racing, from half an hour to go, and then we're gonna end the race. When I'm there opening up the door quite a lot, you don't need to do that much. You need to open, but not that much. The LMP1 will pass one way or the other. Cohen Garrett's the second position on the petrols, I think. Hopefully it still is. Otherwise I'm just telling silly things. Look at all the cuckoos there. Meanwhile, trying to recover some time that his teammate lost during the night, or during the morning stint. So very hard to recover. That's always a problem. Stefan Prat as well, trying to recover, even though the Porsche is quite badly amassed on the right side. Front right side, yeah. This man, by the way, is leading the GTs since I don't know, 5 p.m. last night. So
I have to say their team, that car, that Porsche, always behaved perfectly on track. At least every time I passed to them.
Yeah, they Spirit Endurance team is a very experienced team here.
Yeah, even when dealing with traffic or dealing with faster approaching prototypes, they always make a clear line of where they want to go, of what they are going to do. Never whiffed around. Just sometimes the feeling I had was that with them I always know where they were going and where I could pass them. Well, not everyone drove like that. It shows exactly like what you said. I mean, they are experienced guys.
Yeah, XtremeRPM Motorsport, another experienced team, very experienced team on endurance, and they are leading. They're gonna win GTs with one hell of a drive of this Ferrari F430. I was a bit shocked when I saw the amount of Porsches that was on this race, but the Ferraris were really good represented because XtremeRPM Motorsport chose the Ferrari, and thank goodness they did. Thank goodness they did, because this is one hell of a beautiful car to behold.
Well, I didn't. Oh, is Felipe coming through? I didn't analyze these GT cars from this mod, but at least in theory, in real life, the Porsches would be good here because the Porsches tend to have very good aerodynamic.
Yeah, the Porsche is more aerodynamic. It's a car that gives you the option of doing a clean race from start to stop, basically. The Ferrari, being a mid-engine car, it's a bit tricky to drive, but then again, it gives you that option as well, and you can see XtremeRPM Motorsport having that.
Again, Faber opening really well to the left, making clear where the P2 could pass. Let me check the standings right now. So
another team that is doing a cracking job is Engineering Racing. One hell of a job for LMP2. And
really well done for them. Really well.
They led pretty much all the races. All the race. Even though Drag Racing still targeted the first position, they managed to recover it, and they're dominating LMP2.
I'm seeing that Karsten Wilhelm is catching. Well, he's not close to Cohen Gerrit, but he's not very far away right now. It's about 30 seconds. Karsten is doing 3:19s and Cohen is doing 3:26s, so he's catching him at the rate of about 6 seconds per lap. I don't think it should be enough for them to pass him, at least in the order of this restart, but
yeah. Oh, Stefan have to break there. Oh, Karsten Wilhelm going wide. If I was a driver of that Porsche, I would be crapping myself there. 4 prototypes on top of me, it was just too much there.
Yeah, you just have to hope no one is going to crash into you.
Yeah. 4 prototypes. Just received a message from Adam Williams saying that Schenberg is driving and the last hour will be hectic for Simtek Choda. They are pushing hard to get to the next car on the road, which will be, if I'm not wrong, the Project TR. Yep.
See if it's Shane that's on the car, he's doing 24s.
Yeah. He's got to pass Stefan. Being an LMP2 versus an LMP1 shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see.
Let me see. if I can see the gap between them. So Jota, oh, he's really close.
Yeah, Jota is right on top of Stefan. This is a fight for 4th position overall, and away he goes. Inside comes to the slipstream.
No contest. The LMP2 is just too underpowered.
Yeah, you cannot contest that. That's too much. Even though Zytek from Simtech Jota is petrol.
But we can make a exercise. If Shane is pushing, maybe his chances of making a mistake will increase. So, well, let's see. This is one of the moments that I was talking about. Now, it was Moreau was being hunted. Now he's hunting Shane, although on a slower car, but still Shane can still feel that Moreau is behind him. So, let's see if something interesting can happen.
Oh, I see the point here about Shane is trying to get Project Sia car, and Moreau is, as you can see, getting behind because an LMP1, even being petrol powered LMP1, is still 20 to 25 kph faster than the LMP2.
Yeah, between them it's no contest. It's that psychological part.
I think Shane has quite a few hours of racing to not be affected by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna try and say that if the mistake comes is by traffic, and yeah,
by trying too hard.
Yeah, traffic.
Then
Traffic is also
again. There's 2 mistakes. It happens. And it's so he was skillful to keep the car off the wall there, because it's not that hard in those corners when you put a wheel on the grass. It's not that easy to just lose the car and just go to the wall. Well done on him to keep it on the black stuff.
Yep. So Shane pushing hard, and the car is touching the ground, as you can see.
Oh, we have a body part over there. So he's down 1 lap on Philippe. Philippe should be about to stop, and then Ricardo is going to come in. This is for Project XTR. Ricardo is going to come in to do the last, to bring the car home, because Ricardo really earned it. He is the driver that did the most hours, that was the fastest. He did the qualifying. He qualified on P2. So Ricardo is just going to bring the car to the finish line.
Valuable information from Pedro there.
if there are any fights on track. Racing. It's racing propulsion is now 4 seconds behind Simtech Jota. 51 Racing is about to pass Drag Racing VBN, so Philippe Bousquet is 2 seconds away from James Johnson. The difference is that 51 Racing is on a P1 and James Johnson is on a P2. 51 Racing is doing 26s and Drag Racing is doing 29, so that would be the next closest battle we have on the field.
Yeah, we are accompanying James Johnson, and Bousquet is already there.
Yeah. Oh, I think we had a Porsche going off. Oh, Roldan. Either flashing the lights since no one is in front should be signaling for Johnson to pass, but no. No, he was warning that GT that's in front. It's a Porsche. Oh no,
Lucas,
the Porsche is in the barrier.
Yeah, Lucas Vidra. Peter Passette to pass. These two are going at each other throats, which is good for us. James Johnson's with a great exit from 4 chicanes, and Holden trying to maintain the position. Well, slipstream.
Now we can see the P1 getting closer and closer. Seem to have lost a lot of time now. Oh, there he is. So let's see the lap time. So the 51 racing car driven by Philippe Bousquet did a 26.9, while the drag racing VBM car driven by James Johnson did a 29.1. So that's something like about 3 seconds difference. Owen Garrett is going did his best lap on his last lap, 3:19.3, which is a great lap, and has a lap on Karsten Wilhelm from 3 Wide Motorsports. Felipe Gonçalves is on lapping on 27, maybe he got some traffic. Shane Burke is doing 25s, and now it's here we have Johnson.
I was trying to put the back end camera, but it has the massive wing in the way, so you cannot see anything.
So here we have Bousquet hunting down Johnson. This one is for overall position. Johnson coming into the straight with Busquet right behind him. Let's see the gap as Busquet crosses the line. So it's just 1 second now. But they did very similar laps on the last laps. So Johnson is pushing with a 27.8. Busquet did a 27.3. So actually Johnson might be able to give Busquet a bit of a fight here. I don't know if Busquet had made a small mistake or not, but we have a little fight here. Seems like Johnson gains a lot of time on those first corners over Busquet, but then Busquet has the straight line speed to pull him back. Actually, in the faster corners, there's not a lot of difference between the P1s and the P2s. There is some difference, obviously, but it's not something dramatic. Here, if Busquet can do well in this chicane and on the braking to the next corner, he would be very, very close to Johnson right on the next straight, on the no, I don't know its name. So Busquet lining Johnson up. Let's see if the Busquet has the top speed to go get Johnson. Duprat is also behind him. So if Busquet doesn't make any mistakes for one more lap, he should be on a position to pass him right before these slower corners here. Also, Duprat has returned. They are from 111 Racing and they are currently last on the standing, so their car must have been stopped. They are 14 laps down. And they are just flying through. Oh, Johnson just fighting him.
Yeah, Johnson just failed 4 chicanes.
Okay, and here is where we've normally been seeing Johnson gaining time on Busquet.
Maybe more low downforce.
Yeah, maybe a better balanced car through those corners.
Oh, he hit the wall! He hit the wall! Johnson hit the wall. Let's see if it didn't make any damage whatsoever to that Porsche.
He's going to make damage. It's impossible. Might be slight, but it's going to damage. Yeah, Johnson was really pushing that car. He was doing.
Busquet managing to pass.
He was doing
there it
is. Times 2 to P1.
Stick it. Yep. Johnson lost the position. Oh, don't get into the Ferrari.
Yeah, Johnson's now on the wounded car, so. Here Busquet should be pulling away from Johnson. Difference of power. Okay, so overall, Busquet goes up into 6th and Johnson for drag racing goes down to 7th. And there's just 6 minutes to go. And now Ricardo is in. Ricardo is on the XTR car. Yeah, Johnson is still mad even with the lower class car, and I'm pretty sure he has some aero damage at least in that P2. He's still keeping Busquet in sight. That's a very impressive performance, so this makes the performance of e-racing propulsion, that the car that's now being driven by Steven Moreau, even more impressive, because they must really be getting all out of that car and doing a stellar job of keeping away from trouble, which is crucial here. Let's see if there are other fights on the track, other close cars. So Johnson is the closest, he is closest to Philippe Busquet, but Philippe is now pushing away.
Shane Burke is fighting with propulsion for 4th position overall, and someone joined.
Rui Ferreira.
Oh.
Hi, Rui.
Oh, Pedro is here too. So, last 3 minutes.
Yep. And a big battle for 4th position as well. Between
Less than 1.5 seconds between the two.
Yep.
But that is provisional because we don't have the sum of all the stints. We early had some luck with only 2 crashes during 24 hours. Nice to see a battle in track, but the final standings will not look like this.
Yeah, unfortunately for us it won't. We should be going into 6th place or something like that to Project XTR.
6th?
Yeah, about 6th, yeah, because our car was stopped for 45 minutes. Now Ricardo does the fastest lap, Ricardo Zve does the fastest lap of the session with a 3:19.1. Well, at least since the restart. Let's see if he can do even better on the next one. So this is Moho being hunted by Burke. Well, even if it's just indicative, it's still exciting.
Yeah. What is your general feeling, Pedro, about the race? Do you think it was a success, or 2 crashes are too much?
Well, I think, well, the organization Willem is going really slow there.
Yeah, they are trying to be the last lap.
Okay. Okay, so the organization did warn that we should expect maybe 2 or 3. This is my first 24-hour races, so I have no idea if it's normal or not. I do know I do know a bit about servers, so it's sort of normal for a server to something go wrong in a server in 24 hours. So it's, well, it's what we have with today's possibilities in terms of technology, because maybe getting a top of the line server would be prohibitively expensive, I don't know, but overall I think this was a great experience. But I know for a fact that certain individuals will be more than happy to tell you what went wrong. From my end, I think it was great.
Yeah, and we are finishing. Castervillum is going slowly like crap during a straight. Is trying to make this the last lap. He's just waiting for the time to end, which it ended. So now he can accelerate, and oh yeah, he's gonna finish with information with the GT. So very good then. Last lap of this 24-hour Le Mans. I think it was a good one. I unfortunately slept too much during the night. Oh, the Rush Motorsport James Nelson almost crashing. But anyway, that's the life. I think it was a good one. I hope you guys that are watching and all the guys that helped commentate the race thought that as well. Think that as well. We are on the final lap, and 24 hours have passed of racing, even though with 2 major server failures, but then again, we were expecting those, so...
well, I'd just like to say that Ricardo snatched the best lap. He did a 17.9 at least.
Posting on max.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the overall lap of the 24 hours. It's a big difference to Cohen Gerrits that has an 18.7, so Ricardo has a 17.9. Let's see overall if he managed to snatch the sort of a compensation prize.
I believe so. 17.9. I don't believe anyone 317.
Yeah. So finishing the race. Pretty professional work from the drivers. Pretty professional work from the admins as well, for making problems into big problems into small ones and resolving everything for the best. We are just waiting that these 3 cars doing Mozambique finish Mozambique, and then the 4 chicanes for the final time.
And congratulations to 3 wides.
And 3 wide did a 3:17.2. Was the fastest lap.
Can you say again?
3:17.2.
Oh, then
this is it. If you want to take pictures, take now. The 3 wide Motorsport GT and LMP1 finishing the race first on the GTs. First overall for Castervillum and all the team for LMP1 3 wide Motorsport. Congratulations, and congratulations for Daniel Faber as well. And this is team for the GTs. Just you don't. Oh, and donuts time. Obviously, it's easier to do in a GT than an LMP1, but then again.
The Vettel bug.
Yeah. And the GT car is. Oh! And they hit the tires.
I don't think they care.
Yeah.
No, they don't care anymore.
3 wide is just celebrating.
And Stefan Moreau is still racing, still coming for his win on LMP2, finishing Indianapolis, coming to Arnage, or Daytona like Pedro says. How the hell did you miss Daytona for Indianapolis?
It's an oval in America. That's it.
One has 34 degrees on the bank, the other has less than that.
It's round.
Yeah, it's left and bent all the way. So Stefan Moreau.
I hope I'm not disrespecting any Americans like the whole brothers. This
No.
is just because I'm ignorant about
NASCAR and Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is. Every European is.
But
So we are gonna finish. Well, Stefan will finish the race with the LMP2 win for today. Great win for the E Engineering Racing and the guys from Team RGPL finishing in formation as well. I think they're waiting for their
yeah.
this one.
Picture time.
Yeah, picture time for RGPL Racing as well. They're waiting for the LMP2 car, which will arrive now. And that it is. Picture time for RGPL. Don't crash into them. It just went. Now it is. So now it's a picture time for our GPL team. They checked him doing what they do.
Yeah.
3 cars, not 3 wins, but almost that. James Johnson coming for finishing 2nd place for drag racing on LMP2 and winning a very good game stock car license. I think they're gonna do now the picture, or they're gonna put LMP2 kissing LMP1, which sometimes happens. Shane Burke pushing hard, didn't manage to get where he wanted to get. Philippe Bousquet, P5. Not a good race for 51 Racing. I mean they did a great job on the first 2 rounds. Le Mans wasn't their place, pretty much. And a big crash here, and Castellum destroying the Peugeot, and now he's going backwards. How the hell did he manage to do that? Oh,
There's other cars involved.
yeah, Castellum, Sabakis. That's a mistake. That's
Rookie mistake.
you shouldn't do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. They finished the race, and now finishing in Mulsanne with a spin, and Savicki as well. Yeah, Sabakis. Well, there's a LMP2 car without a wheel. Rogers slowing down. Oh, picture time for RGPL. If the Porsche doesn't crash into them, which it doesn't, so picture time.
Yeah.
With the Porsche in the middle. And now the picture time is over because the LMP1 decided to go. It's always good to see teams finishing on formation after a big race like this. So Team RGPL finished, 3 Wide Motorsport did. I'm pretty sure if Project CR and the Lusitanian had more teams they would as well, so. So that's it.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go. Then you should be having now other drivers to interview.
I don't know.
Everybody wants to go to bed.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everyone wants to get to bed. I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing this, and don't know about my time live. If I have time, we'll see. Judging by the time
User channel.
that is on the thing, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time for many interviews, but we have time for the ladies. Ladies first. Virgin Descon from I forgot the name of your team.
Gent lady.
Gent lady.
Gent lady.
Always polite. And
Calm down. One first. So Virgin, good race for you, for your team obviously.
Yeah, a little bit hard. Actually, at the end it was hard, at the beginning too, during the night. Great race, but sometimes a lot of difficulties in the traffic. So yes, not so easy for the GT, but it's a really good result. We knew that we have some good fight with the 3 Wide Motorsport GT, so it was the case. They were first, so congratulations to them. They did a nice race, and after, yes, we're happy. So
That's good then. I mean, watching outside, it seems like the GTs are in no man's land in this race, because you guys sometimes have four LMPs behind you, and you get to that point and you're like, oh crap.
yeah, sometimes
Is that the feeling?
the overtake was really difficult sometimes. Yeah, some in the Delop chicane, in the S Porsche, it was so hard, and we spent a lot of time to wait and to see. It was really hard to manage the overtake of the P1 and P2. So yeah, sometimes quite hard.
Thank you very much, Virgin.
Welcome.
We have a lot more guys to interview. We have Ugu here with me as well. So Ugu, I'm not going to interview you because you like Ugu.
Go ahead with Carson from 3 White.
So Carson from 3 White Motorsport, you just won the race. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. Actually, I thought it would be a bit tighter after the start yesterday, because there were the gaps weren't so big, and then I think at 5 AM something like that I went to sleep and came back at 10 AM and we had a 5-lap lead, and I was a bit astounded by that, but it was really good. Maybe at this time I'd like to thank Fabio Enders and Martin Stellinger. Those two guys aren't original 3 White Motorsport drivers, but they are friends of us, and they agreed to help us out because we are only normally 2 drivers for in the LMP1 car, which wasn't quite enough. But I think it was a very good race. There were some contacts maybe a bit with some people, but that happens. You can't do anything about it. It happens everywhere. But I think all in all it was a great event, and winning it is even better. I think we have a grandios Rennen gefahren.
So congratulations for your win. It was an amazing win for the LMP1s and the GTs. We cannot forget the GTs. And if you're watching the live stream, you're seeing Vidra pushing the LMP2. That's because the LMP2, I'm guessing, is out of gas. So he's gonna get to the pits by push instead of normal engine power. Again, Castrum, great win, great race, all in all. We are expecting a closer battle between you guys, Lusitanium and Project, but apparently during the night some problems came up for those two Portuguese teams. But again, that doesn't take away your amazing work on the LMP1s, so it's well deserved, the win, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
As well, Daniel Faber, Mr. Daniel Faber, winner of the GT's teammates, I think, or team boss, if you are. How did this race went for you guys? I mean, you guys, on the beginning of the race, you were P5, P6, and then all of a sudden you just decided to, well, you're gonna lead this, and leaded the rest of the race.
Yeah, as you said, the beginning of the race was very hard for us because I had an accident with another LMP, so we had to repair, and we fell back to the last position, and we had to fight and give our best to get back to the top 3. And so we are very happy with that result at the moment. So look forward.
24-hour race. Did you guys had any experience whatsoever on 24-hour race with a GT car?
Yes, it's our third 24-hour race with a GT car. So last year we did one, we won it also. So it's a good feeling.
It's basically maintaining the rhythm then.
Yes.
They have very good experience with the Ferrari.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Only the Ferrari.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we put you in a Porsche, can you win?
Oh, I don't know.
Apparently you can't. We'll see. Congratulations, Daniel. Great win, great drive for your entire team, not only you, obviously, because if I say congratulations only to you, the other 2 boys, or 3, are gonna start to try to kill me. So, congratulations, and great race, by the way.
And I would say also thank you to the organization, and also say thank you to the other competitors, and mostly to our teammates.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, and congratulations, and go and have a party about that. James Johnson from Drag Racing, P2 on LMP2 cars. James, not an easy race for you guys.
No, not at all. I'm drenched in sweat at the moment. I've been pushing like crazy just to make things work.
For
I had a good start, and then once I'd done the first 4, it kind of went to pot after that. And then I came in during the night to try and make up some ground, and then back in at the end to see what I could do from where I was at the time. So yeah, very interesting. A lot of hard pushing. My body hurts. So yeah.
You guys were leading the LMP2 at the beginning of the race, then lost for the French team of Engineering Racing. Do you guys thought that you would had any chance on this race at some point?
It did depend. It's a lot. It does go down to a lot about luck and how your driver swaps go and your strategy as well. We were running a bit of a different strategy. I'm not sure what they were doing. They were double stinting hards, maybe. I'm not sure at the start, but we were double stinting mediums, and then it was just the way that it was gonna go. It would have been close, but we were gonna try and get more drivers through, and we had a few issues during the night, so it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 24 hours and could go one way or the other. Thank you very much, James, and as I said to Daniel, go party and make something about this P2. But at least the game stock cars license you will have. The team will have, obviously. And congratulations for your P2.
Thank you.
Yeah. As for Shane Burke and Adam Williams, Misters from Simtech Chora. From Simtech Chora. You guys were P1 on the petrol? Oh.
Yeah. It was kind of challenging.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that it wasn't an official class for us, but we worked goddamn hard. First 4 hours were just a nightmare with people hitting us off, which actually was the same car over and over again. But yeah, it was like we were stupidly quick during the night. Me and Jordan worked our asses off, and most of the time we were like, I don't know, 5-8 seconds quicker than everyone except the top 2 guys. So it's not bad with no testing. Then we were in 3rd place there for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then unfortunately the internet that never actually gives up here actually gave up on us. So yeah, it's a bit interesting, but anyways, we kind of could nearly keep up with diesels, and that was kind of the aim, but the main aim was to win the not official petrol class.
Yeah, say that, but I'm pretty sure you guys wanted to get to the podium one way or the other.
Yeah.
Carry on.
We did try, of course, and it's just unfortunate with that disconnect. It could have been possible with a podium. It was going to be fairly close, and it would have been very quick times towards the end, which the car, I don't know, for some reason just wasn't working at all this morning. It was working perfect yesterday and during the night, but I think just track temperatures didn't suit it. But I'll kind of put the headset on to Adam and let him say what he thought of the race from his view.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are always petrol engines cars are always gonna be kinda slower than the diesels always, but you guys did a good work, a good job as well, as always. I might say, very good job. And
thank you.
Winning the petrol engines and finishing P4 is always a good result, one way or the other, after 24 hours of racing. So congratulations, boys, and do what you Irish boys do and go have a party.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Yeah. So who's left? Nuno Pinto from Lucian MSR. Nuno.
Hi.
You moron. You guys were second for quite some time, and then what happened?
Well, I crashed on my own.
That's never a good sign.
Trying to avoid the leaders, and then I crashed into a GT car. He was driving too slow. I wasn't expecting, and yeah, so we lost maybe 50 seconds, probably more there. And then I changed the car, and they got the car till the end. So that was the main objective.
Exactly. As for team results, it's good.
Yeah, it was what we can achieve. We had a lot of problems. We had problems changing drivers. We had problems with the car. But yeah, it was a good result.
Unlucky team. So you can now.
Yeah, you can.
Now you can go and. Now you can get some sleep because I know you didn't slept during the night. So good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Congrats, by the way. Vitor Pazet is Brazilian. I'm gonna speak in Portuguese and then try to translate roughly about everything that he says me. Vitor. Olá, boa tarde. Clube AV não correu muito bem para vocês nos GTs, pelo menos nos GTs.
A gente teve alguns probleminhas, né? Enfrentamos problemas também com troca de piloto. Nem todos tinham treinado à noite também. Foi um pouquinho de problema pra gente. O fuso horário também, quando vocês estavam aí em torno de 9 horas da manhã, era 5 horas da manhã pra gente aqui, complicou bastante, só tinha 3 pilotos só revezando nas duas classes, mas até que conseguimos conquistar aí. Finalizar é sempre uma grande vitória.
Pois, o fuso horário, mesmo por Portugal para Brasil é sempre um problema a ter em conta, porque eu lembro-me de estar a falar com a vossa equipa às 10 e tal da manhã aqui e disse que era 6 horas aí, portanto 6 horas da manhã e acredito que não tenha muita gente acordada a essa hora, especialmente depois de 20 horas de corrida. Mas vocês conseguiram acabar. Foi a primeira vez que fizeram uma corrida de 24 horas?
É a minha primeira vez que eu participo de uma corrida de endurance com a equipe. A equipe também já participou da primeira etapa, né, de Magny-Cours. Mas a minha foi a primeira vez, mas eu acredito que de 24 horas é a primeira vez de todo mundo.
E vocês este ano querem evoluir em termos de equipa e para o ano então atacar a classificação de GTs ou da LMP2?
Sim, a gente pretende até tentar mais gente para a equipe aí. Tentar colocar uma equipe para treino também. Tentar evoluir cada vez mais aí. Tinha o pessoal que está correndo de P2 agora vieram do GT, né? A gente está fazendo a escadinha aí para poder subir de classe por classe. Quem sabe um dia a gente consegue colocar carros em cada uma das classes aí, P1, P2 e GT.
Logo, são capazes de conseguir, sabendo a quantidade de pessoas que existe no Brasil a jogar R-Factor, é capaz de conseguirem fazer isso. Vitor, prazer em ter-vos aqui na XtremeRPM, grande corrida. Muito bom por terem terminado. Prémio de consolação é mesmo terem terminado. Grande corrida e parabéns.
Então, foi fantástico para todo mundo. Parabéns para todo mundo que terminou aí. Apesar dos probleminhas que a gente acabou enfrentando, foi uma corrida fantástica. Muito bom para todo mundo. Mais uma vez, parabéns para todo mundo que conseguiu completar a corrida aí.
Obrigado. E podem ir dormir agora.
Tô precisando. Valeu. Abraço para todo mundo.
Abraço, força. So Vitor Pazet saying that it was his first race of 24 hours for the team. They are making kind of career on the cars, so they started the GTs, then the LMP2, now they hope to get next year to the LMP1s. We'll see how they go. He's saying that the race didn't went as well as he might expect it. Had a couple of problems with driver swaps and with the hours, because he lives in Brazil and it is -4 hours or -5 depending on the zone you are. So it is a big problem, that one of the hours, and he said that he had at one point in the morning 5 AM in Brazil, obviously. Here in Portugal it was 9 or 10 in Central European time, that he had a problem with only 3 drivers doing changes for 2 cars in 2 different categories, which is never a good sign for a team when they have that. But that's it, and he congratulated everyone for finishing the race, and we do that as well. Now is Tonga Guardia from FVR team, and Tonga, you guys had a cracking race.
Hi all guys. Yes, we have, like anyone in this race, we have very many troubles. So first was in the formation lap. I was ready to start approaching the 4 chicanes when some, I think, P1 car spin in front of maybe 6 or 7 cars ahead me. So I was passing him when he tried to rejoin the track, and he hit me. So the race of the start was very bad for me, because I lost all the positions, and I get back to the grid. Then I will then I do a very good stints with a very good rhythm of my time lapse. So I was gaining several positions in my class, finishing my first stints in 4th position. Then was come Jorge Rojo, my teammate. He has some troubles lapping GT and with the P1 car. So at that point the race was very troubled. But after a few hours, we can put the car in the 4th place. Again, so then get the crashes of the server, and then the race was unknown, but for us, because we don't know exactly where we going in the table. So we are waiting for the official standings. So but was a trouble race. We have one trouble with one swap, and then but we have no disconnection from connection lost. So I'm very happy for that, because the last week I get disconnected like 20 minutes or 30 minutes and was chaotic, and I was not sure about if I'm able to race because that. But yesterday or Friday, because Friday I do a whole stint without a disconnection, so I will start. I decided to start the race myself. But we are happy. We are happy to end the race. That was tough for all, and we are happy to finish, and we'll see the final standing. And I want to say hello from my Argentinian partners, the Coupa and the Killer teams, because they are racing the first experience on endurance racing. So they put a lot of dedication, training the last month. For them was the first real race in endurance, so I want to say good work for those team. He has serious trouble too, but they finished the race. That is important, and that this is what we talking just before the race start. So the 3 teams finished the race, and we are happy. And bueno, muchachos del Killer y del Coupa, felicitaciones por haber terminado. Esto fue difícil, también a Max. So I have to say well work from my partner Marcelo Roldan, who is my partner like 3 or 4 seasons ago. So
okay, so thank you very much. And if you wanted to speak in Spanish, I could understand that you're speaking, so no problem with that. So
okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all the administration, all the staff of the XtremeRPM for this opportunity to race. We'll see the future racers if we can participate. So great work at all the teams, and congratulations to all the teams. Aguante Talleres de Córdoba, aguante Talleres, nada más. Gracias a todos, saludos chicos.
Gracias. So we have one last man to interviews back from Jerk Racing, the racing engineer. Jerk, Spec, how did the race went?
The last stint we drove was very weird. In the last 19 minutes we had an engine blowout. We had to use the tow car to get back to the pits and restart it. But that somehow gave us the first position in the last hour and a half, and we just went from there. Kun drove an amazing race for the last I think he drove for about 3 hours straight, which is an incredible achievement on itself. We had in the last hour we had some trouble with LMP2s which didn't make enough room for us and bumped into us. It didn't really cause any damage. It's just a shame that people don't move over or brake a tad earlier than normal to give other people who are much obviously faster some room and continue their own way. And we're very excited to see the final results, because in the live standings we were first for the last 2 hours, which was great to see. But we know we had a 6-lap disadvantage on Yota Racing, and we might have taken up 3 or 4 back. We'll have to wait for the results. We're very excited and we're awaiting the final results.
Yeah. As a team, you said already that you've never done a 24-hour race. It's one thing to do again, a 24-hour race.
We have another 24-hour of Le Mans on Air Factor 2 in 3 weeks, and I think the entire team will be present there over as well. And
so pretty good for you, though.
Again?
Pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's very exciting, and I'm sure hoping we can do a bit better than this race. We had an engine blowout, we crashed the car a few times, and we had to use the tow car a few times, which is a shame because we could have fought for the podium in our class with ease.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Spuck, for your commentaries on Jerk Racing. And now we have to finish this thing. Congratulations, by the way, on the finish of the race.
And much thanks for the entire organization for hosting another great 24-hour event. And we're just waiting for the results in the upcoming week.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the results as well for the entire week. From us, XtremeRPM TV and XtremeRPM in general, I hope you guys have enjoyed this race as well as we did. We know we didn't broadcast it with commentaries the entire race, because otherwise we would be killed doing it, because it takes a long time to broadcast something.
I might, if interested, I might do some commentary next race, but we'll just have to see and talk about it.
Yeah, depends. 24-hour races are the worst. 1,000 kilometers, we can make that happen one way or the other. So thank you very much for your loyal viewing. We did have medium about 70 viewers all the time, so counting with teams and other people watching. Thank you very much. Hope to see you guys on June 7th for the 1,000 kilometers of Spa. Will be the 4th round of this championship. Don't forget that this championship will continue in the United States with a kind of American Le Mans series, with an Asian support championship, which will be pretty much all in GTs, I hope, or if I understood correctly, it will be like that. So from me and Extreme TV, it's all. Hope to see you guys on June 7 for the 1,000 kilometers of Spa. See you.